Hi guys, my name is Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, welcome. Thanks for clicking on this video. And if you're an old subscriber, nice to see you again. As most of you know, I haven't been on YouTube in probably like 6 months, maybe 7 months. And from the title of this video, I'm sure you can tell why. I've been going through a lot of stuff, but a lot of good stuff has also happened to me in the past 7 months. So this video is going to be kind of talking about that and also talking about like graduating and how my life has been post-college and also where I'm at now. So if you'd like to know, what's been going on, then just keep watching. So I titled this video My Post-Graduation Depression simply because I feel like everyone experiences their own form of depression in a different way, and this is something that I've been going through, but I know that a lot of people my age have gone through it or are currently going through it too. I looked up a few videos on YouTube about other people's experiences with post-graduation depression, and I was surprised that there weren't as many videos as I thought there would be, simply because all of the people that I know that I've talked about my struggles with, they all, can relate to me, but there aren't as many videos on the internet about it. So it's like, why don't people talk about it? So for me and like the people that know me personally, I'm making this video because one, I can't just come back on YouTube and be like, hi guys, I'm back, sorry I've been gone, like without any explanation, And another thing is like, I feel like for me, I'm a type of person that needs closure. I need to talk about my issues and like vent about it and just get all of my emotions like out of my head and like into the world. So this is me like trying to do my best to climb out of my own anxiety and depression that I've been experiencing for the past, 3 months, 4 months now almost. So yeah, it's been a struggle, but I'm still here, I'm still standing. I know that it's temporary, and if you're going through this as well, like please know that you're not alone. Please know that this will not last forever, and there are ways to make it through where you're not completely like like all the time. I feel like when you're in high school, your counselors, your teachers, your parents, basically everyone tells you that you need to get a degree so that you have a better chance at getting a job and being successful and living, happily ever after, right? Happily ever after, right? I did those things. I graduated high school, I went to college, I graduated in 4 years, I got involved on campus, I worked a part-time job. Right after I graduated this past May, it was a struggle for me to transition back into my home life. I moved back to Las Vegas, with my mom, and I wanted to take some time off at first to just relax and celebrate the fact that I accomplished this great achievement and just relax, like take a break. And I realized soon after, like maybe 3 weeks to a month had passed, that this whole relaxation like is not all that it's cracked up to be. Like, quite frankly, it's been like pretty dreadful. So I'm someone that, craves structure. I crave having a plan, something to do, but not only just something to do, but like being a part of something bigger than myself, or having someone or like a group of people that need me or like value my presence. That's something that for me is very fulfilling, and it's hard for me to operate in a setting where I don't have anything to do, I don't have any responsibilities, I don't have any, a list of things to do, a plan. I don't have anyone who necessarily like needs my presence because I don't have a job. And I'm kind of just like floating around in this empty space of nothing. And the first 2 weeks was great. Like I just laid in the bed, I watched Netflix like all day, I ate whatever I wanted, and everything was cool, everything was Gucci. And then after those 2 weeks to a month, I started to be like, okay, well, what day of the week is it? What am I gonna do today? Maybe I should hit up some friends. But one, after moving home from college, a lot of your friends that, you know, are back in your hometown, they're your friends from high school that you may or may not still talk to. Me personally, I don't really talk to a lot of people from high school. And it wasn't anything like bad that happened. I just made new friends and I just didn't really talk to my high school friends anymore. Like, that's just how it was for me. And a lot of my friends that graduated with me in college, like they all did their own separate thing. Like we're all in different areas and it's been difficult to find people to spend time with, basically. But some of my friends who did live in Vegas or still live in Vegas and stayed in Vegas and went to UNLV, like university here, they have jobs. So it's like I come home after graduating and I'm, you know, it's my summer of doing nothing and feeling great. And I have no one to spend it with because they're working all day and I'm just like, again, at home by myself, feeling sad, feeling lonely. I feel like the strongest feeling that I've felt these past 4 months would probably be like just loneliness. I'm a very people's person. I like to talk to people all the time. I like to be around people. And it's not that I don't like spending alone time, but when I spend so much time just by myself, I'm like, oh God, I need human interaction, like, talk to me, somebody. It's kind of been an adjustment for me to transition back home and kind of establish my roots again because I feel like my high school roots are like non-existent at this point. I just feel lonely and it's like sad. It's really sad. And there are days when I don't want to get out of the bed. There are days when I just want to be in my pajamas all day. And I feel like as a result of what I've been feeling, like I'm very sensitive, I'm very vulnerable, like 90% of the time. So if someone said something to me or I read something on social media that I didn't like, you know, it would bother me like 10 times more than it normally would because I'm just so hypersensitive and everything is just like 10 times heavier or 10 times like more effective to me. And it's like, usually shit like that doesn't usually stuff like that doesn't bother me because I'm like, okay, it's social media, or like, okay, you could say whatever you want, like whatever, you know. But when I'm in this state where I'm already feeling so like emotional and like emotionally aware, it just makes everything so much more hurtful regardless of whether or not it was intentional or not or anything like that. I think one of the things that I miss most about college and like what has made this transition for me so hard is that when you're in college, you're surrounded by this like close-knit community. It was a very close-knit community of people that were literally like all my age, you know? You're surrounded by people in your generation. And because of that, these people automatically like get you to some degree. Like you guys have this young-minded, you know, understanding, like you're all mostly on the same wavelength. These people are struggling with you, they're struggling through finals with you, they're broke with you, they're getting drunk on the weekends at the bar with you. Like you form like this camaraderie with this community of people that you went to college with. And now that I'm not necessarily in that community anymore, that just adds on like even more loneliness. And when I do find a job, you know, which I'll get to in a second, when I do find a job, you know, those people aren't going to be my age most likely, and we're not going to, you know, get drunk on the weekends together most likely because some of those people are going to be 40 years old and have kids and stuff. Like, it's not the same environment. Like the semester started for them, you know, a few weeks ago, and I'm just like, wow, like I miss all of the welcome back activities, like that they do, like the concert and like the pancakes, and oh, it's like so sad. It's sad. It's really sad. So anyways, I have been applying to jobs. I started applying at the end of July because, quite frankly, after that first month of June, like being home and doing nothing, I couldn't take it anymore. And I applied and applied and applied. I would apply to multiple jobs every day, and after a while, like, I would hear nothing back. And that in itself is like so dampening to your spirit because You spent 4 years working your ass off in school, like getting your degree, and sure, I don't have any experience, like real world experience, because I've been in class, like working my ass off, but it's like, you're not gonna hire me because I don't have any experience, but I have my degree, and it's like a slap in the face. Like, what is that? What is that? So I've been applying, you know, for a month, continuously applying, you know, every day, being persistent about it. And after a while, it's just like, what the hell? Like, nobody wants to hire me. And that just is like, makes you question whether or not you're good enough or capable enough. And that just adds another layer to like the, you know, depression and other like feelings of anxiety that I'm already having. And no, like, I know I'm not alone, just like you guys aren't alone in your feelings, but it feels like you're alone regardless of that fact. So even though I would talk to my friends about it, or I would talk to my mom about it, like, I felt like they still didn't get it, or like, regardless of how I tried to explain it, like I would try to explain it one way or I would try to explain it another way, they would be like, oh yeah, like I feel you, you know, like just keep applying, it'll get better. But for me, I'm just like, when is it gonna get better? Like, it's been a month already, and my student loan payments, you know, are gonna start coming around the corner in January. Me not having a job means I don't have any money, so I feel some type of way about my mom, you know, who is a single mother, supporting me as a grown woman. Like, I'm 22, I moved back home, I don't have a job regardless of applying, and my mom has to support me again just like I was in high school. That is so frustrating, and I feel like I just spent those 4 years to come back, and like, it's almost as if I feel like I have nothing to show for it. So, you know, that's like what I've been experiencing the past like 4 months. And I've been applying, like I said, I've applied to probably like 100 jobs, I feel like. Like, it's been so many. And I've applied online, I've, you know, gone to like specific websites to apply, and I just haven't been getting like the feedback that I expected. Or I would go to an interview and the job that they listed online isn't the actual job. So I would have applied for like, let's say a junior market manager position, right? Junior market manager position. I would go into the interview and they would want me to sell DirecTV plans at Costco. Like, stand in the Costco all day long and sell these DirecTV plans to the people who just happen to walk by the electronics department in Costco. And it's like, why didn't you just advertise that as what it was? Like, don't say junior market manager if the position is really just me, you know, doing sales. I've had 2 interviews like that. So I was like pissed because I feel like they wasted my time. Like, they didn't really advertise the job as they should have. And it's like, no, you know, I'm not trying to offend the people that do that job. Like, I'm not trying to offend you guys, but it's just like, I didn't apply for that, 1. And 2, like, that's just not what I see myself doing after getting like my degree. Like, I want to be great, I want to be financially stable, I want to be able to influence those around me. Like, there's just so much that I want to do, but I also have no idea what I want to do. Like, I don't have a set career plan, like, I'm gonna be a lawyer, or I'm gonna be this, or I'm gonna be that. My major was international business. I was a management major, and I also studied Mandarin, so I speak Chinese as well. Some of you may know that already. But I was under the impression that, you know, the type of skill set that I had would be very desirable. Like, I have management skills, you know, all of that stuff that I learned in school, and then I speak Chinese. Like, how many black people do you know speak Chinese? I'll wait. Right, exactly. I haven't felt motivated, and I haven't felt like capable. I haven't felt capable, and I think that's like the worst feeling of all, is just being lonely and feeling like you can't do it before you even get the opportunity to do it, simply because nobody wants to give you the opportunity to start with. So fast forward 4 months, and I finally heard something back. I finally got a job offer that I'm pretty excited about. I should be stepping into that position in the next, you know, week or so, 2 weeks. And it's like, finally, hallelujah, like finally, someone wants to give me a shot. Someone wants to give me a chance. I'm so grateful. I will get back to you guys on how the position goes or what I think or whatever, but just know that it is not the end of the world, even though it feels like it is. It's not gonna last forever. The loneliness, I'm still lonely, not gonna lie, but I'm trying to, you know, make strides and make an effort to reach out to people. We don't have to do anything crazy, just like hang out with me because I need something to talk to, like someone to talk to, something to do. So I'm not just sitting alone, like all up in my head, you know, all these thoughts like whirling around. I'm trying to alter my routine. I've started to go to the gym every day, and I have a friend that I go to the gym with. So that motivates me to at least get up out the bed in the morning, do something active. And then I found that the rest of the day is a little bit easier to get through because I did something active and I like sweated through my thoughts and my anxiety in the morning, because I have a lot of morning anxiety when I first wake up. And that's simply because I wake up and I'm like, okay, what am I gonna do today? Do I have anything to do today? Like, am I just gonna spend the whole day like withering away like I've spent the last 3 months? Like, you know, I don't have any money to do anything because I don't have a job. So it's like my friends will even invite me out like on the weekends to go to the bar or whatever, and I'm like, with what money, girl? Like, I'm sorry, but I'm broke o'clock for me, so I won't be going out with you guys. That's frustrating in itself, but going to the gym in the morning helps me because then I kind of like sweat out that anxiety, and I can, like, you know, with a clear mindset I can be like, okay, well, what else did I want to do today? Like, do I want to paint today, or do I want to play the guitar, or do I want to, you know, go hiking or something? Like, think about my plans for the day with like a clean slate, not just like waking up and being like, oh God, do I even have anything to do today? And then trying to plan from there, like from that mindset. So in regards to my absence from YouTube, I did want to start my YouTube channel back up again, like right when I came home from school, which was at the end of May. But as you probably could tell, I wasn't in a very creative mindset, and I didn't want to hop on YouTube and pretend that, you know, everything's cool and I'm like my happy-go-lucky self doing tutorials or hauls or whatever, when, you know, I didn't really feel that way. Like, it just didn't seem genuine, and I didn't want to be someone who puts material out on the internet that isn't genuine or that isn't representative of like how I feel right now. So that's why I haven't put any YouTube videos up, and why I've been gone like the last 3 months. And before that, because my last video was in February, before that, like, sorry sis, like the semester picked up, right, you know, when spring break, you get excited for spring break, and then once spring break rolls around, right after that it's like boom, 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 end of the semester, like graduation. I wasn't able to record any videos towards the end of the second semester, simply because your girl got busy. Like, I was working, I was trying to pass all my classes, get all my graduation stuff in order, and graduation was great. Like, my friends came up, we got really drunk on the night before my ceremony, and I was super hungover at the ceremony, but it was a really good time, and I was really happy that I was able to, you know, finish what I started. And that's what I'm doing here. Like, I want to finish what I started. I said that I was going to do my YouTube this year, and I'm doing it. Like, granted, I took some time off because I was busy, and then also because of my, you know, depression, and I just didn't feel comfortable putting that kind of like material out that wasn't genuine to me. Now I feel a little bit better. Like, I feel like I'm on the incline, you know, I'm on the come up. So I feel like I'm ready to make YouTube videos again. I'm ready to put myself out there, and, you know, regardless of judgment, because we both know the internet can be harsh. So yeah, this is me just, you know, talking about what I've been going through so that I'm able to move forward and that we're all on the same page, and to know that you're not alone, and your feelings are valid, your feelings are real. You know, just because other people might not understand, or, you know, other people would be like, oh, well, you graduated, like, you know, you should get a job easy. Like, sometimes it's not easy, and that's okay. It doesn't mean that you're not capable. It doesn't mean that you'll never find a job. And don't let the pressures of society or your family or your friends, you know, dictate how you feel about that. And don't be so hard on yourself, because at the end of the day, once you do start working, you're gonna be working for the rest of your life. I hope that, you know, this video wasn't too long, wasn't too like me just rambling on and on, but I do just have a lot of feelings.
Do you even go to this school?
No, I just have a lot of feelings.
I could be in a horrible mood one day and a great mood the next day, and like that's just how the cookie crumbles for me. But with my, you know, depression and my transition back home, my feelings and my emotions have just like taken complete control, and I feel like I have no control over my life and stuff like that. But things have started to get better for me, and I've, you know, started talking to God more and going to church and like reaching out to my friends and making plans so that I'm not so alone all the time. It has gotten better. So if you guys have any tips on how you survived your post-college transition, like, feel free to comment. I'd love to talk about it. No, you are not alone. Please know that you are not alone. And you may be lonely, but you're not alone. You can tell me, like, email me. You can, you know, DM me on Instagram, whatever. I'm here for you, just like I hope that you'd be here for me. So anyways, expect some more videos coming your way soon, because as I said, this is just the beginning, or maybe like just the sequel, because my beginning was like last December, but this is just the sequel, and I will be back, and I will be, you know, I will be consistent. That's the word I was looking for, consistent. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!